Welcome to the Wiregrass of Alabama in Troy and home to the Troy Trojans. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Troy Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Crowder. Quickly complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quarterback making adjustments. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And the defense jumps on it and they get that turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Third and long. He'll set up to throw. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Well, after getting that takeaway, this offense is needing some points, and that's a big completion there on 3rd down. Good job reading the coverage. The offense is going to stay on the field. They want to keep this momentum going, and that last completion, that was big.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. starting to feel a little pressure. With the catch, it's Robinson. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to Davis. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Noles are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. Touchdown, Noles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Crowder. Got his man quickly. Runs through a tackle. He'll step out of bounds at the 23-yard line after a productive play for this offense.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Bryant. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Going over the top. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit forcing an incompletion.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to go up top. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They just keep firing. Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
The Seminoles are on the move. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man by himself. Touchdown Seminoles! Haul that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's looking to pass. Under fire. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
To the air, it's Crowder. That's caught, it's Bryant. Bounced off his feet. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that throw route.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in uncharted territory here. Finally in the red zone. It took the whole first half. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. It's complete on the right side. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Right on the money. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Crowder. Fires into the end zone. Looking to get it in. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
It took them some time, but finally here at the end of the first half, they were finally able to get it right and score a touchdown. You know, I think oftentimes as an offensive coordinator, you've scripted your first 10 plays, things aren't working. You're looking for formations, you're looking for schemes you can run to finally break through, and that last drive might be what this offense needs to finally turn the corner. We'll see in the second half.
And he puts through the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Davis. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Castellanos. Right on target this time. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Noles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Breaks into the open. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab. It's McCoy. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Safe completion on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The Seminoles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Using the quick game. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab on the left. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
3rd and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Gets the back moving. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Higgins. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly.
Turning it on! Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
And the Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
The Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Crowder. Fires to the big fella. He'll pick up a few before being knocked out of bounds at the 31.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. They're really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bryant. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
And the Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got the tight end. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Troy! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He breaks a tackle, and he showed off that stiff arm for a nice pickup on the play.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Across the 35. There he goes! And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
With jet sweep pass. And some room to work. Touchdown, Knowles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Crowder. With the catch, it's Taylor. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stay.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Seminoles! And the beatdown has ensued.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Grabs it inside, and he loses the football. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
Syracuse University. As we'll see a team from the American, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on a team from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. To the air, it's Horvat. Those two not on the same page.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. The Brigade celebrating another first down, and that's really the way Navy's always done it. You can even think back to the great Napoleon McCallum, who ran through defenses at will.
Simple, but so disciplined, right? Like running the option year after year, you got to have discipline. Not surprising, Navy is always good at it because so many young men with such discipline, they can run a system and really just continue to methodically move the ball down the field.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
The play-action fake. On the run, still looking. Touchdown, Navy! Fired in from the red zone for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his spot. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out on the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Horvath. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
These wide receivers are so fast nowadays. They're such big playmakers. I just want to get and let him make it happen. But a lot of times, we're running to him, too. We're focused on chasing him down and funneling the football in the right direction. Defense swarm did a good job getting their hand on the football, causing the fumble from the wide receiver.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. And here comes the Navy offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pulls it in. It's Hutchinson. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running, gets it to the 34. Navy comes to the line facing second and short. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Howard. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Moving closer to the red zone. It's at the 27 on first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he tried to put the touch on it, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Horvath. Another incompletion on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And he missed it. No good. Missed a chance to stretch this lead. It's still sitting on 9. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes the grab on the big throw. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cuse. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. On the attack. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't set up.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. The tag. Touchdown, Orange. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Bryant. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Horvat. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The midshipman could get really aggressive here on 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling plays.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They're working that left side. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Lost, the defense is wide open. There he goes to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, midshipman.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Gill. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. To the air on second down. Going to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Got a man. It's Gill. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They'll go back to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance. Excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Scanning the field, it's Horvat. Fires to the middle. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end there.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up a bit.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. Now rolling to the left. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Offense would love to have that one back. Down here in this area of the field, everything has to happen faster. Decisions need to be made quicker. Ball's got to be out quicker. Routes got to be snapped off faster. They were just way too late. And as the result, the defense gets the INT.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Out of the shotgun on third down. Caught, close to the marker, it's Ross. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. to the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Chapman. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
He throws one to the left. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The sure hands, it's Ross. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
And you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gill. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The quick out. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They got nothing and probably didn't like it on the last play. They'll have another chance on 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's James. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. Looking to throw. He wants it all. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Final play of the quarter coming. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so...
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it inside the 15. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, there's no quit in this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort, trying to make plays to claw their team back in the game.
And Navy will go back on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Welcome, everyone, to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on a team from the Big 12, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And get this one started. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Line getting set on second down. They'll run play action. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1.
Ready. 4-1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite.
Pushes toward the goal line. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on 4th down. Go straight ahead. He didn't get there. Knocked back on 4th and goal, and he loses a yard to the 2.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. The option look. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on third and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to be here all day.
Tries to slither forward on the sneak. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off play action. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. To the air, it's Carr. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the Dean.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Takes the handoff. It's locked. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the catch. It's Pauling. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. From the gun to give, looking for room. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. He'll try it again. Oh, better look out. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Fancher. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. Turning it on. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they knock it free. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1. He wasn't able to do that.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate
There he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. This will likely be the last play of the half. Give him 6. Touchdown, Irish!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Fancher. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Almost a disaster on that return. They jump on it, and they'll maintain possession. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end
trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, the best thing that's happened so far in this game for this offense has been looking this guy's way and giving him a shot. He has their only touchdown in this game, so they're trying to take another shot down the field. Good job in coverage defensively. You've got to be aware of where this guy is because right now he's been their biggest playmaker.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking to buy time. Fires on the move. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Fancher. It's complete. It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. Leaves it with the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. They'll run the sneak for it.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's knocked down for a loss of 7.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Trying to set up the screen. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The earth is shaking. Bounce House living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. He's moving out of the pocket. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. The Irish send out the punt unit. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. So here they come going for it on 4th and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Looking deep. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Throws it on midfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering it? Great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you've got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth. It's keep that clock running. It's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Buying some time. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, that stings. Your offense has a chance to salt the game away, run the clock out. You're trying to make a play. You decide to throw the football, which we can talk about that decision later on down the road, but you throw the INT. Now you better hope your defense bails you out.
Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Off the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Wade. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
What a great job by the defense here, playing with the lead, knowing the opponent needs a touchdown. They're just trying to get to the ball and punch it out. They practiced this all week, and it comes up big for them late. That turnover is going to seal.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, you get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
Looking downfield, it's Fancher. Gets it to him on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
The Knights with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Got it on the outside. It's Burke. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Looking to throw on third. Dances away. Throwing on the run. Makes a catch at the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield, it's Fancher. Under fire. Pass to the end zone. Caught. Oh, a touchdown in the final seconds, and they're just a point away from tying it up.
Man, this place is going nuts. Your offense comes through in the clutch when you need it. Great job. Now, baby, free football. Let's kick the extra point and go to overtime.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. And they've tied it up in the final seconds. Looks as if we might be headed for overtime. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner will be knocked down.
And the Notre Dame offense will take over. First and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown,
exactly what you dream about for a defense, forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack,